Dear students, good morning. Pranati, Priyanshu, and author. Some students are yet to join us. So, dear students, today we are going to continue this lesson, the 100 classes, part one. So, we could see yesterday that there is a girl called Wanda Petronsky, who is a Polish girl, and she is an immigrant, from Poland to the United States. And we have also seen that Chicago City is the second largest city with, like uh, Polish population. So uh, you can understand how much big is the population from Poland in the United States. So why has Wanda Petronsky become the object of ridicule for other students in her class? Wanda Petronsky was an object of ridicule. Uh, why do you think she is an object of ridicule? She is an object of ridicule primarily because of two reasons. Number one, she has a very peculiar kind of a name, which the American students were not familiar with. As a result, she became the object of ridicule, right? And secondly, she used to wear the same faded blue dress every day. Therefore, her American classmates used to make fun of her, saying that make fun of her, make fun of her because of the fact that she used to wear the same blue faded dress every day. So it is because of these two reasons that her classmates used to make fun of her. Number one, her unusual name, and number two, her, is the fact that she used to wear the same blue dress, faded blue dress every day, right? Now, after that, we could see that Wanda Petronsky has been absent uh, since Monday. Monday has passed by, Tuesday has also passed by. Nobody could notice her absence, right? But on Wednesday, her classmates called uh, Peggy and Maddie could discover her absence. How could they discover? They did not discover in the school premises. They discovered her absence in the process of waiting for her on the way, right? Because Peggy and Maddie were in the habit of waiting for Wanda Petronsky on the way so that till the time they reach school, they can make further jokes on her. So on Wednesday, they were waiting for her and she could not turn up. She did not turn up. That is the reason as to why they could discover, or that is how they could discover that Wanda Petronsky was absent in the school. But in reality, she has been absent since Monday. Okay, but it was Wednesday when both Peggy and Maddie could discover the absence of Wanda Petronsky while waiting for Wanda on the way. Right, dear students? So, this is what we have learned yesterday. And one more fact we have learned yesterday is that Wanda Petronsky used to always sit in the corner at the back side, in the back side of the classroom. In a corner, she used to always sit. And she used to sit with those rough boys who were very poor in academics, right? It was not because of the fact that Wanda Petronsky was equally rough. No, Wanda Petronsky wasn't rough at all. She probably used to sit at the back of the class so as to avoid being seen by your classmates. Why? Because her feet were usually caked with mud. Okay, because she used to come from Boggins Height, where probably there was no concrete road, as a result of which her shoes were caked with mud. That is the reason as to why Wanda Petronsky used to sit in the uh, at the back of the class so as to avoid the attention of her friends, right? So this is what also we have come to know from this lesson so far, the 100 dresses. So I have summed up what we have learned in the previous class, dear students. Now let's continue. Okay. As you can see here, uh, okay, and then as I told you, Wanda uh, became the object of ridicule for her classmates, right? Because she used to wear the same dress every day, right? The blue faded dress every day. And then that is why her friend used to ask her, uh, out of joke, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? And then Wanda used to tell 100 dresses. Understood? Wanda's answer was 100 dresses because she did not want to say to her classmates that she had only one dress. That is why she used to say 100 dresses I have in our closet. Okay, 100, Wanda would say. 100 exclaimed all the little girls incredulously. Incredulously, dear students, means showing unwillingness to believe something. Okay, incredulous. Okay, incredulous means unwilling to believe. Okay, so credulous means um, unbelievable, right? So 100 exclaimed all the little girls incredulously, and the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen. Yeah, 100 all lined up, said Yanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. And when our friends used to express surprise, when Wanda replied that she had 100 dresses in her closet, Wanda used to say, yes, they are all lined up in my closet. Okay, and then her friends also became silent. What are they like? All silk, I bet. And then one of the friends called Peggy used to ask, what are they like? Are they all silk, I suppose? Yeah, all silk, all colors. I have dresses of silk as well as of different colors. All colors I have. I have dresses comprising of all colors, okay, and they are all made of silk material. Velvet too, velvet too, 100 dresses. She said velvet color as well, or you can say velvet cloth, okay, as well. I have dress made of velvet cloth as well. Wanda would repeat story stolidly. Stolidly means not. Not showing any kind of interest or feeling. Okay, so Wanda would repeat stolidly because she knew that it is a lie. She had to lie to her friends because otherwise they will make fun of her. So, in order to silence her friends, she said, I have 100 dresses all lined up in my closet. I have 100 dresses made of silk, made of velvet, of all colors I have, so that her friends become silent, right? All lined up in my closet. She used to again repeat without showing any kind of emotion or feeling because she knew that it's a defense mechanism on her part to safeguard herself from the from her friends. Then they would let her go. And then, before she would gone very far, they couldn't help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. And then, in front of Wanda, of course, they did not laugh so much, but they could not help bursting into laughter, shrieks and peals of laughter. Okay, she could not help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter when Wanda went away. okay, away from their company, because they also knew that it is a kind of a lie. Okay, so that is why they could not help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. Okay, so dear students, her friends also believed that, her friends also thought that this particular statement from Wanda's end is nothing but a lie. It's a white lie. That is why they were laughing and laughing as Wanda went away from them. 100 dresses. Obviously, the only dresses Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100? What a story! How many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. And when our friends used to sometimes ask her, how many shoes do you have? She said, how many shoes? 60 pairs of shoes I have, and all these are lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted these, all alike. Oh no, every pair is different. See here, now what is the reaction when our friends is to ask her, are they of the same color, or same, do they look same? Then she said, no, every pair is different, all colors, all lined up. Peggy, who had thought of this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. Okay. Um, Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. Okay, so Peggy and Maddie used to leave the school always late. Okay, and then Wanda would go all her own. Her eyes were dull and her mouth closed, not talking anything. Okay, with her friends, right? She used to usually go alone because she did not like their company, enjoy their company, because they used to make fun of her. So she used to avoid the company of her friends also. Friends while going, returning from school or while coming to school. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies. So we get some information about Peggy in this paragraph. Peggy was, as we came to know about Peggy yesterday, Peggy, what kind of information have we come to know about Peggy? Can anyone tell me? Or what kind of a girl was she? Say something, say just one sentence about, or might be one or two words about Peggy. I'm waiting for your reply, dear students. Can you please text me now your impression about Peggy, or the impression that has been given to us by the writer in this story. So, who do you think is Peggy, and like, what is your idea about Peggy? Just write one or two sentences about some character traits of Peggy. Okay, just one or two sentences can also help. One or two sentences about Peggy can also help. Just one or two sentences about Peggy. Come on, students. I'm waiting for your response. Say something about Peggy. One or two rhymes. Nityam, Nandini, Prem, Manish, Sumit, Vaishnavi, Juhi. Yes, very good. Asmita says she was kind but did a little show off about herself. Okay. So, Asmita, when you say she was kind, how do you know she was kind? Can you tell me the reason as to what made you think that she was kind? Tell me. What made you think that she was kind, Asmita? Can you tell me? How could you understand that she was kind? Any other feedback about Peggy? Peggy, what is her? position in the school, in the class, anything that you have come to know about Peggy, you can jot down here. Anything that you know about Peggy, something, any kind of information you would like to give about Peggy. Uh, like Asmita says, because she protected little children from bully. Okay, very nice, very nice. That is the correct answer. Okay. Okay. Then any other information about Peggy? Any other information about Peggy? Would you like to tell me? Mm, any other information? You can just text me one or two words. Like if she's arrogant, you can write arrogant. If she's kind, you can write kind. Likewise, instead of the whole sentence, you can write one or two words so that I understand. Okay, so that I can understand your impression about Peggy. Okay, what about Nandini, Prem, Sahil, Sumit, Manish, Juhi, Parimal? What about you, people? Um, yes, very good. She was the most famous girl, not only of the class, Asmita, of the whole school. Um, Peggy was very famous girl, very good. And then what else? Tell me what else? Is there any? Then nobody seems to respond. I think they really there now? I can doubt. You see, it's come down to 16 from 19. It's like stock market graph is shown here, sir. Stock market graph is also like stock market graph is shown here. You see, like 9:06 a.m. 19 students were present, but 9:08 15 and 9:10 is 16, and graph was at its peak at around 9:05 when 20 students were present. There is not Krishna, right? You see, evidence she is kind and famous because of 100 dress. Why do you get 100 dress here? I am talking about Peggy. I am not talking about Wanda Patronsky. I am talking about Peggy. Okay, so why did you add this kind and famous because of 100 dress? Why? Tell me why. Okay, if anybody becomes famous out of 100 dress, it's not Peggy, it's only one the patrons to remember. Okay, so anyway, let's continue with our story. Okay, Peggy was not really cruel. Peggy was kind because she always protected small children from bullies, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person. Else, why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. Okay. So Peggy is Peggy appears to be kind on the one hand, and on the other, she appears to be somewhat cruel also. Okay, let me tell you here. She is kind because of these two reasons given in the story. Number one, as you told me, she protected small children from bullies, and secondly, she used to cry for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. Right. So primarily because of these two reasons, she used to. She was considered to be a kind person, right? Kind girl. But on the other hand, if someone asked her, why do you think, uh, don't you think it's cruel to treat Wanda Patronsky in this way? She used to become angry and say, why did she then tell lie that she had 100 dresses? Anybody would believe that it is true. Anybody would think that it's false. Anybody would think that it's true. Sorry, false. So why did she tell lie? She should not have told lie. Wanda Petronsky should not have told lie that she had 100 dresses. Nobody would believe her when she says she has 100 dresses. Um, and then she said she has a very unusual kind of a name. She's not an ordinary person. Anyway, they never made her cry. Okay, so it was light joke. That is what the writer says. Anyway, they never made her cry. As for Maddie, now we are going to get some information about Peggy's friend Maddie. Okay, as well. See, as for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. Okay, so Maddie, even though she was in the company of Peggy, she did not like people or girls making fun of Peggy Wanda so much, right? She did not like the girls making fun of Wanda Petrosky so much, right? That is why she she had was bothering her. Maddie was poor herself. Why why was it bothering Maddie? Because, like Wanda Petronsky, Maddie herself was also poor. That is why when Peggy and other girls used to make fun of Wanda Petronsky, Maddie felt bad about it. Okay, why? Because Maddie herself was poor. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes, and Maddie used to wear someone's hand-me-down clothes, means second-hand clothes which people used to give her. Okay, old clothes handed down by someone else. This is hand-me-down clothes. Thank goodness she didn't live up on Boggins Heights or have a funny name. Thank goodness she didn't live up to Boggins Heights or have a funny name. So uh, then there might be a question in your mind like, then why did Peggy become the object of, Wanda become the object of ridicule, not Maddie. So this is the question I ask you. You can text me. You please text me quickly. Why do you think? Please do text me quickly. Why do you think why do you think Wanda Petronsky became the object of ridicule and not Maddie? Even though both Maddie and Wanda Petronsky both belong to a poor family, right? Even though both of them, Maddie and Wanda Petronsky, were were from poor backgrounds, in spite of that, why do you think Wanda Petronsky was the object of joke or laughter or fun for others and not Maddie? What is the reason? Why do you think so? Why do you think so? Tell me. Yes, Anusri, thank you so much. Anusri has given a given an answer. Her name was so uncommon. Very good. Her name was so uncommon. What can be the other reason? Tell me. Like Anusri said, her name was so unusual or uncommon. Okay, that is of course one of the reasons as to why other children used to make fun of Wanda. What is the other reason? Okay, Soham is the same as what Anusri has written. Anyway, Soham, thank you so much. Her name was uncommon. Okay, any other text, any other alternative reason you have in your mind, like Janhavi is saying, say something different. Say something different. Anusri has already said her name was so uncommon. Asmita says because Mary did not say that she had 100 dresses. She knew that everybody knows what she could afford. Okay. Uh, okay. So Another most important reason is left out, dear students. Another most important reason is left out, for which it was wonder, not Maddie, who became the object of ridicule. Anushree says she did not live on Boggins Heights. Okay, she did not live on Boggins Heights. Okay, so how is it related? Do you understand? How how is it related? Uh, how does living in Boggins Heights uh, correlate with making fun of Wanda Patronsky? How do you correlate living in Boggins Height? What living in Boggins Height has to do with making fun? You have to think. Of course, you are correct, but you have to think logically how living in Boggins Height can also contribute uh, to the fact that Wanda Petronsky was made fun of. How does it relate to that? Okay, anyway, uh, another very important point you people have left out. Very, very important point. All of you have left out. The value point, the most important value point, like Anushree said, her name was so uncommon. Right. Likewise, there is another very, very important reason that none of you have has so far texted me on the chat box, for which Wanda Patronsky was also made fun of. Okay, Wanda Patronsky was made fun of primarily because of two reasons. Number one, as Anushree Shoham Janhavi said, her name was so uncommon. What is the second reason for which Wanda Petronsky was made the object of ridicule by her classmates? uh, Asmita, she was a Polish girl, and her name was so uncommon. They are related actually. Okay, they are related. So these 2 points cannot be considered separate points, right? So just think little bit more. Just think little bit more, and then I shall tell you the answer in case you are not able to respond. Okay. Uh, so shall I write the answer for you? Okay, that's there you are, Asmita. Yes. So these are the two reasons as to why Wanda Patransky was made the object of ridicule by other students. Okay, thank you. Now let's go ahead further. See, thank goodness she did not live up on Boggins' hearts or have a funny name. So having a funny name is one of the most important reasons um, for which Wanda Petronsky was made fun of. And secondly, she used to wear the same faded blue dress every day, right? Okay, so Asmita, like while writing the first point, now you can write and others, you can also write in this manner. Like as Wanda Petronsky was a Polish girl, therefore she had an unusual name for which her classmates used to make fun of her. Okay, so likewise, Polish girl you can write, and then unusual name you can write. In a single point it will count. And secondly, right, she used to wear the same faded blue dress every day, right? Okay. Next, you see, sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Okay, so dear students, as I told you, okay, my question is, um, the answer of the question was not uh, yet given, right? Uh, like, why was Wanda made fun of, not Maddie? Okay, number one, Maddie does not have an unusual name like Wanda Petronsky. Number two, even though Maddie was poor, she did not wear the same dress every day. You can say, moreover, most importantly, Maddie always used to stay with Peggy. Therefore, Peggy used to protect Maddie, okay, all the time. As Peggy was the most popular girl in the class as well as the whole school. Therefore, under the umbrella of Peggy, Maddie used to remain secure, okay, safe. Understood? So these are some of the reasons, and then the question comes: if Maddie was such a close friend of Peggy, then why didn't Maddie protest Peggy when she used to make fun of Wanda Petronsky? That is also another very good question. Okay, so we shall find the answer of this question as we move along, right? So we shall try to answer this question. First, I shall elicit the answer from your end. If you are able to answer me, it's fine, very nice. Otherwise, I shall help you to find the answer, right? Dear students, let's go back. Okay, so you can see here, uh, sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, uh, polite voice, Maggie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda, exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented a dress game. Okay? She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy did not or hadn't invented the dress game. But suppose Peggy and all the others started in on her next. She wasn't as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. Right. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Patronsky. Now, my question to you is that, dear students, my question to you is that even when Peggy thought that, uh, even when Maddie thought that Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Patronsky, why did not Maddie ask Peggy to stop teasing Wanda Patronsky? That is my question. Right. So please do answer me this question. You can text me the answer. See, Maddie did not like Peggy to make fun of Wanda Petronsky. And Maddie was very close friend of Peggy. In spite of that, why do you think Maddie did not protest Peggy when Peggy made fun of Wanda Petronsky? What do you think is the reason for that? Asmika, Parimal, Atharv, Vaishnavi, Anusri, Anusri, then Soham, Janhavi, Sahil, Akanksha, Riddhi. It's open question. Text me your answer. Text me your answer. I am again repeating the question for you, dear students. I'm again repeating the question for you. In spite of Maddie being the closest friend of Peggy, why didn't Maddie protest Peggy when Peggy was making fun of Wanda Petronsky? Why do you think Maddie does not tell anything to Peggy? Anusriya said because she had a fear that Peggy would get unhappy and would start teasing her also. Very good. Asmita. Because Maddie thought that what if they turned to her the next she was also a poor girl. Okay. So Anusri and Asmita, both of you texted me very good, convincing answers. Okay. So therefore, thank you so much for taking this effort of texting me three lines. Okay, it's difficult. Uh, of course, more so when you are watching it on mobile devices, it's difficult to type so lengthy. But I think you have become used to all this, so that is a positive trait of the lockdown, right? Now you have become very much familiar and very much comfortable in sort of fiddling with gadgets, and you have learned many tricks of gadgets, and your typing has also become fast now. You are able to type it very fast now. So these are the very good what is that called, very good outcome you can say of this online classes, other than besides what you have learned. Okay, besides what you have learned. Okay, very good. Because besides what academically what you have learned, right? Very nice. Because of fear that her friends would tease her. Okay, Krishna, very good. So, thank you so much, Anusri, Asmita, and Krishna, for your beautiful answer. Okay. Okay. Yes, that is exactly the reason why. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda. Exactly, she would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dress game. But suppose Peggy and all others started in on her. See, started in on her next. She wasn't as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say that she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. So now the question is, in spite of that, why do you think? In spite of that, why do you think Maddie felt bad that Peggy was making fun of Wanda Petronsky? Okay, it is written here. You see, not that she felt sorry for Wanda. Exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dress game. But suppose Peggy and all her others started in on her next, she wasn't as poor as Wanda, but she was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 days. Okay, so answer is not given here. So how you answer me this question? Uh, it is written here, no? It is written here that it's not that Wanda felt very sorry for Maddie felt very much sorry for Wanda. It's not for it's not that Maddie felt very sorry for Wanda, but still she wished that Peggy stopped teasing Wanda Petronsky. So why do you think Maddie wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky? Why do you think so? What is according to you? Okay, what is according to you the reason for which Maddie thought that Peggy should stop teasing Wanda Petronsky? Why do you think? like because she thought that one day Peggy could start teasing her, and moreover, teasing is not a good habit. Asmita, my question is not that actually. Uh, my question is like Maddie. It's not that Maddie felt very sorry or very sad that Peggy was making fun of Wanda, but still she wished that Maggie, sorry, Peggy should stop teasing Wanda Patronsky. That is the question actually. The reason was the dress game invented. Anusri, okay. So dress game invented. Okay. So it is an open question to everybody. You please think out, and tomorrow I shall ask you the same question. Now our time is over. I'm winding up here, but the question is, I'm texting you the question. Okay. Why do you think? Why do you think that Maddie felt bad for Wanda when Peggy made fun of her? Why do you think that Maddie felt bad for Wanda uh, when Peggy made fun of her? Okay, so that is your question. Please think about this question, and tomorrow at the beginning of the class, I shall ask you this question. Okay, then. Before we wind up, please do text me your presence. We shall continue with our topic tomorrow, right? And in the meantime, you please look for the answer. Okay, you think out the answer and let me know tomorrow. Okay.